Hello everyone, welcome back to Lady Fire's Kitchen, and today we're going to have lasagna boricua. Why boricua? Because we like to have meat on our lasagna. Usually Italians like the pasta, sauce, and cheese, but we want to have some meat in there. So we're going to have ground beef, and we're also going to add a little bit of sausage on there. And actually boricua means Puerto Rico. We're called boricua. So, wepa! So let's go and let's start with this recipe. All right, guys, so we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons full of olive oil. So I'm just gonna heat this up a little bit. 1 and 2. And right now we are going to use, this is a staple from Puerto Rico, sofrito. So if you would like to know the recipe for the sofrito, I have done this before. And I also did a video, and you will have to look to this link so that you can find where to find the sofrito recipe. So anyway, big. So this is where I have a big spoonful. I'm gonna put this in here. This is amazing because we want to give flavor to that meat that we're gonna put in here. And this is actually, I'm going to put it on high now so that I can cook it faster. We're going to cook this down for a few minutes. I remember when this smells so great. And I remember my son would be in like the last room in the house. And I would be in the kitchen and he would run to the kitchen and says, "What are you making?" Because that smells good. That's how great this smells. So we're gonna cook it down a little bit until the water or this liquid just kind of dissipates a little bit. So as you can see, the water or the liquid that was in there is dissipated quite a bit. So I am going to add 1 whole can of tomato sauce, okay? In it goes. I just wanted to remind you or to let you know that the sofrito does not have spice. It is not spicy at all. You know, unlike Mexicans like to have that spice, we are not great. We like a little spice, but not that much. So anyway, it is not spicy at all. So as you can see, when you go to the little link that we showed you a second ago, nothing that goes in there is spicy, other than garlic could be a little spicy, but not that much. And so we're going to cook this for like about a minute. So this is hot. So we're going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of one of my favorite. This is tomato paste. There you go. And I just, you know what, Puerto Ricans really do love to cook, like no measurements, just adding things in there. That's what we do. We don't need measurements, we just need flavor. Let's add this in here. I love the tomato paste because it has to have that sweetness. The other one is a little bit more soury, but tomato paste has a little bit of sweetness in it. Alright guys, so I added just a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to put in here some capers. Not that many, just a little bit, like that will be enough. And I'm going to add some Spanish salad olives, and that will be enough. And mix it all in. Okay guys, I have half a pound of sausage out of the casing. And 2 pounds of ground beef because we want meat. We really do. Ground beef. And thank you, Titi, for telling me about this beautiful piece of artwork for making sure that this is like completely broke apart. So we're gonna do this for a little bit. So guys, I increased the heat because I want to cook a little bit faster, and I am still like breaking the sausage and the ground beef. So make sure you do that. So I put the temperature on medium high, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoonful of onion, and we're going to go with 1 tablespoon of garlic salt. And of course, you cannot forget the Italian seasoning. So we're going to put a whole big one. Here you go. All right. And we'll mix that together. I just tasted that. Tastes great. But we need a little color. And we, Puerto Ricans, absolutely, Boricuas, love saffron. So we're going to put 2 of these right in. Tastes great and gives great color. You're going to love it. I absolutely love red pimentos. They are so delicious. So I'm going to put a little bit over half a can. These are fire roasted. I have not added any salt to my meat. It's just great right now as it is. And this gives a little bit of this sweetness to the dish. Woo! I love that. In it goes. Our meat is done. It's super tasty, very flavorful. So I'm just going to let the red pimentos merge with the rest of it, with the meat and everything. And after that, I'm going to be doing the pasta. Okay guys, our meat is done. So we're going to cook now the pasta according to the instruction of our box. And I don't know what pasta you're going to select, but this is the one I selected. So just cook it the way it says. And after that, we're going to build our lasagna. Hi guys, I hope that you are ensuring that you have on your pasta a little bit of olive oil. Make sure it's salty enough that it has enough flavor. And you know me, I always put pepper leaves on there. And just follow your instructions on your box on how to make the pasta al dente. Okay guys, so now we're going to start building this lasagna. Right, so we're going to get some of these lasagna. Woo. They're hot, so I'm going to do it with this instead. There we go. I think I'm going to need at least 3 of them. This is not as long, so I'm missing half of it, but whatever. I find another half. We'll take this out. Normally we don't want it. Not edible. There you go. So we have our first floor. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add some of this wonderful meat. Actually, meat is going to give the lasagna some structure, because if it's just cheese, it's just going to be like kind of sort of like a blob. But with meat, it's going to be more structured. It's going to be when you wait until it's a little bit cooler, you will be able to cut it and you will see it. You'll see the pasta in layers. So there we go. Yeah. Okay, so I added enough meat on the first layer. So I am going to put a little bit of the chopped parsley that I have and basil. And on top of this, I'm just gonna add sauce. You wanna be saucy. You don't want to be stingy with the sauce. I love to have a lot of sauce on my lasagna. So this is at least 2 bottles of whatever pasta sauce that you would select or that you would like. I like to make my own, but on this one it takes so long. It takes so long to make this lasagna that I just say, okay, you know what? Let's just cut a little corner here and have it already made. Whatever sauce you select is fine. This one I think is tomato basil. I am a fan of basil leaves, so that's fine with me. All right. Oh wow, this is looking so great. Okay guys, so I'm gonna have I have a lot of mozzarella here. I love mozzarella. I love meat, but I also love cheese, so this is great. This is our first floor. I usually make like 2 floors of it, and then the last one is just sauce and cheese. I think this is enough on this one, but I'm going to add other cheeses on it as well. So, okay, so we added enough mozzarella. So let's add just a little bit of ricotta. Okay, so let's add some ricotta in the center. And on top of that, we're gonna have some parm, of course. As much as you like. Second layer, guys. I'm grabbing it with my hands now. Could care less. Oh yeah. It's hot, but I could care less. Ooh, there you go. Repeat. We're gonna do meat now. Lots of it. I'm having fun. Cheese. This is a big one. I'm pretty sure at least 8 to 10 people can eat out of this. Lots of sauce everywhere. Get sloppy. So whatever you have left of ricotta, we're just gonna do a little line. And more parm on top. That would be great. Cover the whole thing with parm, okay? Let it rain. Last layer, folks. You make the longest ones. Slippery. What? Oh, I like this one. There we go. Last layer. I'm gonna have to cover the whole thing. And just the sauce now, because we're out of meat. The meat, we did the first and second floor with all the meat. And then now the last floor is gonna be all saucy and cheesy. Last layer, folks. We used the first and second layer with meat. The last layer is just gonna be cheese. That's a mozzarella, parm, and of course we have a lot of I forgot what it was. A lot of basil leaves and a lot of whatever's left over here of the parsley. So that's what I'm going to put as a garnish. Okay, I better stretch this as much as possible. Lots of parm at the end. Basil, a little bit. Everything. Parsley. We're going to cover it up and we're going to cook it at 350 degrees. And remember, this is already, everything is cooked already. So it doesn't take that long. As long as you see that cheese melt, should be done. But cover it, okay? So I'll see you 350 in a little bit. You can get any better than this. Again, it took like 20 to 25 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. And I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I enjoy making it for you. As you can see, it's just gorgeous. Wonderful. This is lasagna boricua. And of course, we love to have some meat in there. And if you like this recipe, please give me thumbs up. And subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thank you so very much for spending this time with me. And I will see you next Saturday at the same time. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.